Hello, I'm Chad, and I'm going to show how to find the key of a song called the Cacao Spirit song. It's not that popular yet, it's a new song. So it's a little harder to determine the key of it and the chord progression since you can't just Google search it. So in this case, I'm going to use some ear training and some basic music theory to perhaps help. And this is for my friend Akahi, who's learning this song. He's learning the bass ukulele, and yeah, so this is so he might be able to better accustom himself to this song. The first thing I'm going to do is determine the key. So I've got the song recorded in my loop pedal so that I can play it back and then play my guitar to find the key. Now, I know the big five positions in soloing, and there's a certain box structure. If you know guitar, you know one of the structures. This is it. It's just the major scale. So that shape is what I'm looking for. And once I find that shape, then I can find what note the song resolves on that shape. It's either going to resolve here or it's going to resolve here. If it resolves here, it's going to be a minor key, and that's going to be the note that it is. That's going to be the key of the song. If it resolves here, then it's going to be a major key, and that is going to be the note indicating the key. So I'll show you how I do this. No, this is kind of advanced, but if you are a guitar player and you want to look for that shape, you can train your ear to do the same thing. And on the bass ukulele, there's going to be a position like that that's going to be similar as well. And you'll learn, when you're soloing, there's those positions. And so look for the position that's easy for you. Look where the minor note resolves on and the major note resolves on. And then you can start training your ear to do this as well. You can do it on any instrument. On a keyboard, if you just listen to the song and then start singing along with it, and then try to find that do, re, mi, fa, sol, la, di, do, 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 do. The do is going to be the key of the song, and you can go over to the keyboard and find that note. Again, this is kind of advanced. It has to do with ear training. I can teach people how to do that, to ear train. My number is 928-284-8534 if you ever want any lessons on doing that. But we're going to do this quick. So I'm going to hit my pedal to get the song going. And I'm going to find the key of the song first. There's the shape. Okay, so there's where it resolves. So it's going to be a major key. Put my finger there. Turn off the song. And E, F, G, A sharp. So that's A sharp major. So let's do some A sharp major chords to see if it matches. Let me turn the song back on. Here's A major, here's A sharp. It matches. All right. If I went one fret up, it wouldn't. See how that doesn't match? One fret back, doesn't match. That matches. Okay. Okay, so we have the key of the song. It's A sharp major. And Kahi already knows that what you do in this case is you look for the primary three chords now that are going to be known because you know it's an A sharp major. And actually most people call this B flat. It's not, it's the same thing. A sharp is the same note as B flat, but B flat is more commonly used in terminology. So I've written out the B flat major scale. And if all you have to do is Google major chord chart, like I have in my music book. This is a music book that I sell for $15. Has all the core theory, what I believe is the quickest way to be playing some awesome music, and actually some advanced concepts explained in an easy way. But anyway, on this is a chord chart, and you can Google major chord chart, and you'll get all the scales, all the chords that go along with it. And so, or you can use the whole half method on the keyboard and generate, all the scales too. I don't have B flat major memorized, but I do have G major, C major, A major, D major, and a few others memorized, but not B flat major. But anyway, I easily looked at the chart and found out this is B flat major, these notes running this way. So B flat, and each note is associated with a chord. So B flat major, C minor, D minor, E flat major, F major, G minor, A diminished are the notes and chords of the key of B flat major. So Akahi is learning in the key of G. G, E minor, C, A minor. These are keys that he's learning first. Keys that I recommend as well, and that I play a lot of my music in as well, and a lot of guitarists and piano players do. So B flat major is a less common key, but you could either learn the 1, 4, 5 chords of B flat major, which would be B flat, E flat, and F majors, and then start plugging that into the song and see where it works. All of them are going to work pretty well when you're, laying those across that song, because it's in the key of the song. And then if you want to substitute some minors, a C minor, a D minor, a G minor, you can do that. Just so you know, B flat majors, relative minor is G minor. So anytime you have a B flat major, you want to add a little extra flavor, you just put a G minor in there instead. Same with C minor. It's relative. It's the relative minor of E flat major. So all you have to do, if you want some flavor, when you have an E flat major in there, is substitute a C minor. It's the same thing with D minor and your F. All right. So you can do it that way, and the more you play that song, sing that song, you'll notice where the chord changes are. You'll get more precise with it. Again, for just general playing around with musicians, playing at a campfire, you'll do good enough just using that 1, 4, 5 and laying some of those chords across that song will always sound good. But if you want to get more precise with the changes, write down the lyrics, memorize the lyrics, play along with it, and you'll get more familiar where those changes are. I can figure it out exactly when I write down a song and then spend some time listening to the song and putting chords over the top within 10 or 15 minutes. But someone who's new at it, it's going to take a little longer, and you just want to play with it, have fun, daily or so, and your ear will just adapt to where those chords want to be. But like I say, just doing the 1, 4, 5 across it regardless is going to sound pretty good. Okay, now if you don't want to learn those chords of that song, since B flat major is not a very common key and you're learning the key of G, there's a way of transposing the song to the key of G. And what you do is you've got all the chords and notes of the key of B flat major written down. So what you do is write all the notes and chords of the key of G underneath that. And I know that by heart. G is G, A minor, B minor, C, D, E minor, F sharp diminished. And it's always going to be that. When you got a major key, it's always going to go major, minor, minor, major, major, minor, diminished on every key. That's major. So what you can do is, you've got that song, you've rehearsed it, you know it now, you know the lyrics, but when you sing it, you're singing it in the key of that song. But then just get your, in this case, Akahi, get your ukulele and start doing your G's. Now that you know it in this, you don't have to know it on your ukulele. You don't have to get all those new chords if you don't want them. to learn them. You can if you wish, of course. But if you just learn the song by you singing it, if you can get to that point where you're singing along with the song and then turn off the music and sing that song, now you're at the state where you can transpose it musically by your ear. So then, now that you know how the inflections of that song go, start playing your ukulele in the key of G. And as you know, your primary chords in the key of G are G, C, and D, your 1, 4, 5. Play the 1, 4, 5 and now sing that song, and your voice will then move to the key of G. And now you've adapted that song to the key of G. All right? And so basically in transposing, anytime you have a B flat major in that song, you're going to write down a G instead. Anytime you have an E flat major, you're going to write down a C instead, F, a D, so on and so forth. Pretty simple. And again, in this case, you're going to be singing the song, so probably less likely to do a direct note and chord comparison and substitution, but rather singing and kind of listening by ear where your 1, 4, 5 fits in, and then substituting in those relative minors at spots if you wish to after you've got the 1, 4, 5 written out or sounding good to you. Now, if you were to Google a song that's more popular, so then you see that it has the chords and the lyrics on the page you Google, oftentimes the chords are written right over the words. You know where the changes are. But say it was in that B flat major and you don't want to learn those new chords, or you just want to play it in the key of G because your voice sounds better in the key of G, then transpose it. Then, in fact, every time you see a B flat major over the word of a song, you're going to substitute instead of G. Anytime you get an E flat major, you're going to substitute a C. Anytime you see an F major, you're going to substitute a D, a G minor, an E minor, so on and so forth. So that's how you transpose, and you can transpose any song to the keys that you're learning if you wish to do that. All right, so that's it. If you want any further instructions, again, give me a call, 928-284-8534. And thanks again, Akahi, for inspiring me to make this video. Hope that helps. And much love on your travels.